with blue or red. And since it's Donatello, I always like to know where the bow is gonna be, so I'll draw the bow ahead of time. Obviously, there's not a lot of room here, so I'm gonna draw the bow right here, and then keep the face in the background. I have to head out early morning tomorrow. Just wanted to stop in and say hello. I'll be hitting you up on Facebook because I may have a job for you that I need quoted. Hey, no worries, man. Definitely. You have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. I always love it when you show up and hang out, man. And hopefully, if I'm going down to Florida sometime, we can definitely get up. You know, my goal is to kind of get this up and running, so that way, you know, do some more trips with the family, because you know they really get cooped up all winter, and it's nice to take them out. "4:30 comes way too early." Oh yes, it does. I know this because I stay up till 4:30. So I'm like, man, it's 4:30 already. This insomnia sucks, man. Creatives, you know. Hey, can't hang. Sorry, Otero. Always support you. Dropping a like, leave a little chat. Mad love for you, bro. Hey, mad love for you too, Oak City Gamers. Thanks so much for coming on, man. I know you can't stay long, but I will. Ray, it means a lot, man. They ask about you all the time, so. If anyone doesn't know, Ray, actually, I met Ray through a shop in Oneonta, where I did a couple of comic book shop appearances. So, goes to show you, you meet me at a show or meet me at a convention, chances are you end up being like family. So, he's been kind of following me ever since. So the sketch stage is very loose and fluid. So this is where I figure out where my mistakes are going to be and try to correct them before I go to the pencil stage. Can anybody hear the music okay? Thanks always. We'll hit the like on you, Facebook stuff. Oh man, I appreciate it, man. What I like about doing the preliminary sketch is it doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it, you know, it somewhat looks like what you want. If it starts to look completely different, at that point you have a choice. Hey, can I, you know, maybe I'll turn this into something else, or I'll just start over. Obviously, this is already, to me, it already feels like Donatello, so obviously the body is a little off, but that's okay. I can fix that in the pencil stage. The angle here is what I'm gonna have to fix. I'm gonna need my cool little kneaded eraser, which is, oh, don't tell me. Sometimes I leave it at the table. Nope. Right under my PlayStation Vita. Alright. Now, the funny thing is that this red lead is made by Mitsubishi, and it erases really well. But then you have the blue lead, which is made by Prismacolor, and it's just like a color pencil. It does not erase very well. So here I already found a mistake, which they're called kneaded erasers, and I love them. For finer erase marks, I use an eraser pencil, but see, already I found a mistake here, and I'm trying to correct it now with the red pencil. And I always like to draw Donnie with goggles on, because I love differentiating the turtles by their personality. And obviously there's no wind going on, so I'll put the bandana on this side, and then just have a little bit of the shell peeking out, just because of the angle he's going to be in. And right here, maybe we'll just put a water tower of some sort, and a rooftop, because they're ninjas. And then here, just add a little perspective, side of a building. I tried to do this as a class this week, but I canceled class because Tuesday I was not doing good. I could barely get out of bed, and my drawing hand was shaking so bad. See, it's not too bad right now, but I can control it with this compression sleeve. Obviously I got it rolled up or else it'll show up on camera. Alright, so the preliminary sketch is pretty much done. So then I'm gonna go in with a 7 graph gear, and this is a 7mm, so it makes it's a finer tip than your 9, but it's not as fine as a 5. Well, I teach art on Tuesdays at the Art Stop here in Rochester. It's in a suburb of Rochester, but I teach on Tuesdays, and I got back from my trip Monday night, and I was exhausted. You know, it's just the drive and just doing so much work. Yeah, it's fun. It's nice because I get to teach the kids and everything. The only downfall is that it's 6 class rotations, so that means after 6 classes I get an entirely new class. So it does get a little stressful to have to cover everything all over. There are some carryover kids who will retake the class, but then I feel like I'm teaching them the same thing. I'd like to continue on, so now what I'm doing is kind of doing brief overviews, because I have been getting some of the same kids over and over. So now we kind of go on to a more advanced stuff, like last week we did emotion, drawing emotion, and then this week we were going to do dynamic poses, which I'm going to leave for this coming Tuesday. And I like drawing dynamic poses because you can tell a lot about a character just by the way they move their body. I wish you could teach me, but I get some. Well, the good news is you know, I'm doing more of tutorial type things here on the channel, so you'll get to see a lot of what I teach in school. I'll be able to teach it here. So they do get a little bit more in depth because the classes are an hour and 30 minutes, but you'll be able to see a lot of what I do in class, kind of in a condensed way here on the channel. So, you know, don't feel bad, man. You'll definitely be able to see what I'm doing, especially like right here, just seeing this process. Normally in class I let the kids kind of choose what theme they want to do. So like last week with emotion, I had them draw their character, and that was cool. Hey Venegas, what's going on? I hope you guys don't hear that stomping. That's my daughter. And she's driving me nuts. Hopefully she's not. Yeah. My daughter, you would swear she's an elephant with how loud she gets. But do you draw on cards? Yeah, most of my videos are sketch cards. You just can't tell because I zoom in the camera so much. But yeah, Venegas, I draw on cards. This one is a 5x5 card. But most of the time I draw on basic, or she wants me to come in and, yeah, baseball cards I meant. Do you draw on, yeah, they're baseball cards. They're just blank. They're completely blank. If I were to draw on an already made baseball card, that might be tough because I need a drawing surface on it. I would probably have to use paint markers or something that could penetrate the layer that it has on there. Hopefully the light isn't blinding you guys. I just had to move it because on video it just wasn't coming in bright enough. So how's everybody doing tonight? I appreciate everybody coming in and spending a little time over here. If it's 2 seconds or staying the whole time, it means a lot to me, and I appreciate it very much. This channel would be nothing without you guys, so always appreciate it. Oh, you're on your break. Oh man. How much would you charge to draw on one of them? I usually charge $15, and then you know, obviously with shipping I charge a little bit more, but $15, and I draw on the sketch card size. Something this size would be $25. I'm doing good, thank you. Yeah, was sick a couple days ago, but kind of on the mend now, doing much better. Dreading tomorrow because I'm going back to work tomorrow, and really don't like my job. But other than that, doing alright. That's why I try to do this now, because then I'm going to have a stretch where I'm going to be working pretty much every day until next Tuesday when I teach. And as much as I love teaching, it's still work because I don't get to draw or create stuff for YouTube. None of the parents have signed off on letting me live stream the classes, so that's kind of been a bummer, but at least to me that doesn't feel like work. It is work, but it doesn't feel like work. I love teaching. Yeah, $15. Yeah, that's one of the biggest downfalls. You know, it's not going to be the best. I guarantee you, if you got one commissioned, it would be 10 times better. But the nice thing is, while I'm looking for another job in the next few weeks, is I'll be able to stream a lot more and have more of a consistent flow and not have to release videos at 3 in the morning. I noticed that hurts me more than anything, is releasing videos so late at night. Can you guys hear the music? I'm not sure if you can. Samurai Showdown stick. Oh, the sticker! Yeah, it came with my Neo Geo. Yeah, I'm digging it. It's one of the marquees for it. So I'll show you real quick here. So I've already had Mikey on the channel. I've had Donnie or Leo, and now I get to do Donnie. I've done Raphael so many times. He is fun to draw, but he's my least favorite of the four. And I like to darken the eyes a little bit, because I add these hatches, and I'll cross hatch it a little, and really bring out the detail in the eyes. And add some headphones. Chum Nasty, hey, thank you, I appreciate that. How you doing tonight? Angle's really bad for you guys because all you're looking at is my hand, I'm gonna try to find a different position for it, for the camera, in just a second. Let me just press pause on the video. If anybody gets dizzy, let me know and I can return it back to its original spot. This is tough without a ruler, but I'll get by. Hey Venegas, thanks for coming back. Alright, and like I said, I love to add goggles to Donnie, because he is a scientist after all. Gotta protect those eyes. One day, Otero, if you're willing, I'd like to draw me a raft being consumed by a black symbiote suit. Dude, that sounds awesome. I am open for commissions right now, so if you are interested, right on the main page, there's a link to my email address. Just send me an email, man. I know probably right now isn't a good time. Everybody's still kind of recuperating from Christmas. But yeah, man, when you're ready. Always looking for more work, you know. Life of an artist. Even if you want to just send me a quick message or something, you know, that's what the email's for. Some of you have been may be asking what this pen does right here. I will show you soon. It actually gives it a gray tone, which I'm going to use for the shadows on the face here. I kind of wish I can put the phone right above where the camera is, so you guys can get the same angle that the camera's getting. Unfortunately, this camera does not record straight onto the computer, or else I'd be using OBS right now instead of my phone and then recording separately. I can use the Elgato, but it just comes in really crappy. This is 60 frames per second, but then through the Elgato it records at 30. And if you're drawing you know, pencil strokes and stuff, you want it to be going at 60 frames per second, not at 30. So my trademark with the Ninja Turtles is always gauntlets. I love gauntlets because they're ninjas, you know. They would use gauntlets, and then add a little fraying on the gauntlet. Using regular hatching. I just need to pick what characters I want. Yeah, man, that's the hardest part. I had one girl come to my table this past weekend. She's like, I really want a sketch card. I just don't know which character I want. Because she's a fan of so many things. She loves anime, she loves comics, she loves Power Rangers, so I told her, you know, you can always do 2 cards. You know, you gotta be a salesman when you do, when you have a table at a convention. So she ended up getting 2 cards. She got Edward from Full Metal Alchemist, and then I think she bought Lord Beerus. I can't remember. This is why I like to record, because if I record, I can remember. But when I got dropped off at the show by my wife, I forgot my tripod. So, kind of a stinker, I forgot that, but it worked out because I was still able to capture that that Superman drawing, which I was super proud of. Sometimes you draw something and you're completely blown away by how it came out. But do you do puzzle cards though? No, not that I never heard of a puzzle card. Sidewalk, hey man, thanks for coming on. Don't know what a puzzle card is. Is it like drawing pieces of it and then they come together, just like a puzzle? Please elaborate. I'm intrigued. You're seeing my comic book style come out. A lot of hatching, cross hatching, very dark lines, thick lines. I really gotta find some sort of way to fix this card moving issue. I've tried putting a kneaded eraser, I've tried tape. The tape ruins the paper. The only thing I haven't tried is friction tape. But I'm worried the friction tape's gonna ruin the drawing. So I haven't tried that yet. So that's how I draw my shells. I kind of make them look like pretzels, folded up pretzels, because everybody draws shells the same way, and I wanted to draw mine a little different. You peacock. Everybody's seen an eagle, but you don't really see a lot of peacocks. Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, like the old X-Men sometimes used 3 cards to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could definitely do something like that. The trick is to tape the 3 cards together and draw the picture all at once, and then separate them and then color them and draw them. But yeah, I could definitely do something like that. And then to separate this shell here, I'll just draw a line going that way, a line going this way. Really thick lines to kind of show where everything's separating. What I love about the red pencil is that once you start putting color down, it really does disappear. So you don't have to worry so much about it. I gotta ask, is everybody enjoying the new format of the videos? 'Cause I have noticed the view count's going up, but I don't know if you guys miss the older way where it was just basically music playing and, you know, you just see the drawing being made. Let me know, because it's nice to know if something's working or not, because to me numbers are numbers, you know, but if people aren't really enjoying it, you know, I want to keep making changes and keep improving the channel. So you are enjoying the new format, Venegas? Thank you. I know it kind of sucks from that angle. Seeing it from this angle kind of sucks, but closer to when I'm coloring it, I'll show you guys dead on how it looks. Now I have been thinking, because I do want to do a series on the channel. You gotta get back to work? Hey, no worries, man. I appreciate you coming on, brother. You have a great night, and hopefully work goes by smoothly for you. Peace out, man.
And it's so easy to find what you want. There's a lot more in the new It's all here. The new music streaming app made by users. Get the YouTube Music app for 1 month free.
Now I'm just drawing the bricks in the building. YouTube, man. Looks like there's, if Venegas leaves, it looks like there's still 2 people in the chat. Kind of silent. I'm wondering if they're watching on PlayStation, or just like Venegas, they're at work. Can't really comment. To you guys, thank you so much for watching. Always appreciate the views. Always appreciate the company. Sometimes it's nice to draw with people on. But like I was saying earlier, if you check me out on Twitter, Otero Studios, at Otero Studios, I have a poll going on right now for which Mortal Kombat character you'd like to see being drawn on the channel. Right now, Shao Kahn is winning by a landslide. So if you guys want to put your votes in, you can also vote for different characters. It doesn't have to be the 4 in the poll, and I will take the tweets as your vote. So here, just because it's so far away, I'm hatching, and then we're gonna get this black pen here and kind of tighten everything up. So I'm using a Copic Gossen food. Gossen food? Come on. Focus. 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 Yeah, it's a nylon brush from Copic. So we're going to tighten the area up here. Just to make those guys stand out. What is your favorite genre of TMNT to draw from? You mean... Well, obviously my favorite is the comics. I just love what IDW does. I love the original Mirage run. I really enjoy the Archie run. I love the not Image. Oh crap. Dreamwave. I think Dreamwave did a run. But I love all the comic versions of them. I really enjoy them. The cartoons are nice, but my problem with cartoons is they either mess the style up of the art, or they completely mess the story up. And everybody is really big over the cartoon, the original 80s cartoon, but for nostalgia reasons I like it. But as far as story goes, it's very far and away from the story. But then you got the 2012 Turtles, who look kind of weird, but they follow the comic book storylines so well, and it's funny. Then you got the 2K Turtles, 2K3 Turtles, and they're drawn amazingly. The story is different, and what killed that was just its time slot. And the Turtles' popularity was waning at that time. But I think the Turtles are going to be a lot like Dragon Ball and Power Rangers, where the popularity will come and go, but the franchises will never die. And I definitely see that with the Turtles. I see that with Power Rangers, Dragon Ball. Hell, even G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe goes through stretches where, you know, people are like, well, ill G.I. Joes. And look at Transformers. You know, I really thought I'd never see more Transformers stuff. And even though the newer movies suck, you know, they've endured, you know. And I feel like there's going to be a really good Transformers down the pipeline sometime. Alright, so a moment of truth. This is the Aquash pen. This makes it a gray tone. So what I like to do is I'm going to flush out some of the black to give it that gray. You can't see it on here, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So I'm going to use this gray to kind of give certain things. Actually, I should erase the pencils first. Let it dry out a little bit. Alright, so now I can hit it with the gray. So this is where I gotta be careful because this is very sensitive and it can come out black. So I gotta make sure the spots I'm gonna hit it with gray are very purposeful. I want to make sure that it doesn't blend in with the black, but at the same time it stands out with the color. Once I start hitting the greens in there, and obviously there's going to be more green than anything, but I wanted to use the gray tone to really give it that watercolor effect. And then hit a little bit of the background with it. Oh, the pretty trees, the pretty trees. Alright, so now give it some time to dry out, and then I can start using the color. I'm going to turn the fan on. I noticed that if I turn the fan on, even though it's freezing down here, it'll dry a lot faster. So for Donnie, my favorites to use Copic wise, yeah, it's a really cool camera. Yeah, I like using this color for Donnie because his purple pops so much, and I just don't want it to clash with the rest of the picture. And this is one of the reasons why I don't like to use the Mitsubishi LEDs. They show through the color, which I'm not a big fan of. But you know, I thought it would be good for the live stream because I actually be able to see the drawing. And my throat is so dry down here. So dry. So I apologize if I'm clearing my throat too much on camera. Anybody have any questions as far as the technique? Or any questions as far as drawing? Anything that you're kind of having difficulty with? I would love to help. I completely missed his thumb. Hey, look at that. Even with all that planning, still miss things. I really should have used the blue. It just would have been boring for you guys because then you can't see the blue on camera. No, I'll just stick with this. This is fine. Live and learn. So I treat the Copics a lot like actual brush. So I'm very loose. I know some artists, they like to really take their time, saturate it. I feel like the effect I get when I go act like it's a brush is it makes it pop more. So I might need to go with a darker green. So this is why I love Copics, because they're labeled. I use this normal sequence on a different type of paper and it comes out really good, but for some reason on this vellum surface it's not coming out the way I wanted it to, so I might have to hit it with a lot of a darker green to make this really stand out, and I'll show you what I mean. Might be too extreme. There we go. Moss. The color, even the color sounds extreme. It's a moss color. Now for his bandana, I really like to use amethyst. That's what the Copics labeled, amethyst. No one said it doesn't look right, so I like to stick with that for the purple on his bandana. Now I just have to find it. Where are you, little bugger? Where is amethyst? There it is. Amethyst. What are your thoughts on turtles? Just the turtles themselves? Because I love the Ninja Turtles. But turtles as an animal, I like turtles too. They stink really bad. So my parents never let me have a pet turtle, which was kind of a bummer. My cousin did, and I always wanted one. Because I like turtles. Yeah, I remember that. I like turtles. Aren't turtles special? Special turtle. Turtle's so pretty. Look, pretty turtle. So I use olive to kind of fill in the spots where it didn't blend very well. You do have to clean their tanks very often. Yeah, my dad was just like, you know, if you guys want to get a turtle, you have to clean after it. And when we were younger, we were involved in so many groups. There's no way we could have kept up with a pet turtle. We were always going somewhere. It was. I didn't want to come home to a dead turtle, you know. I like turtles.
I'm watching.
You said that?
I'm watching a live stream right now.
Yeah. Is that when my stream dropped in speed?
What do you mean?
Because we're on the same network, bozo. Yeah.
I like trains. Say it.
My daughter's watching the stream on the same Wi-Fi network, so if you guys notice any buffering, it's her fault.
I like trains.
So you guys can say, "Come on, Brooke!"
I've heard it. Oh yeah, also, can we do an art challenge?
Well, my daughter wants to do an art challenge.
No, so basically, they will request like anything they want to see like be drawn,
Yeah.
and then you and me will have a competition, and they'll get to vote on who has the better drawing.
Cool. Think about it. Do
Alright.
something like that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting a base yellow, and then I'm hitting it with maize, is the name on it, and then I'm gonna go in with the chromium orange to kind of give it a look, 3D look. And I'm gonna use like a shell shock.
It's pink. Night, Dad.
So I made it look like Donnie's going evil, Daredevil style. So what I'm going to do later is with the white gel pen is really bring out the eyes more. Alright, turn the fan off. Starting to freeze my butt off in here. Trying to experiment with some different colors tonight. So that might seem kind of awkward to see that. To see the red in his eyes. Oh no, the battery's starting to run out on the main camera. Might have to switch batteries out. You know, that's one thing they don't tell you. When you buy cameras, they never tell you to buy an extra battery. I learned that the hard way. You definitely need a spare battery. Especially with the amount of recording I do.
With YouTube Music Premium, you can explore the world of music without interruptions. Official albums, music videos, and more. You can also take your music offline. Listen even when you use other apps or turn off your
Alright, so what I'm going to do for the background
ad-free.
is...
YouTube Music Premium, free for 30 days and just $9.99 a month after. Cancel anytime. Restrictions apply.
Probably going to go with this, like a very, maybe an orange type background. Come on, you guys. My favorite Donnie, though, my favorite Donnie voice was from the 1990s movie. I really enjoyed that voice. I think it was Corey Feldman, actually. Or was Corey Feldman part 2? I can't remember, but I really, to me, that is what Donnie would sound like to a T. Corey Feldman 1 and 2. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just didn't want to sound like an idiot. That's my favorite Donatello voice. Not taking away anything from Rob Paulson, because he does Donnie in the 2012 Turtles, and he does a great job too. But there's something about Corey Feldman's voice. It was perfect for Donnie. Corey Feldman's still alive, right? I don't think he's... I hope so. It's funny that you have to ask that kind of stuff with... Once you start getting older, you're like, oh, I wonder if they're dead. Because being alive now, almost 35 years... A lot of people you grew up watching are no longer around. Kind of sad. It's weird that you have to ask, like, are they still alive? It's kind of like a lot of my favorite wrestlers aren't around anymore. Hundy, what's going on? Thanks for coming on. You rock, man. Feldman is still alive. Haim passed away. Oh man, that sucks. Oh, Dorito, hey man, you never have to apologize, brother. I wouldn't be repping your sticker if I had any ill will. What are you healing up from?
Hey, it's Rosalia. Check out my album El Mal Querer in the new YouTube Music app.
Did you get that surgery you were talking about? Oh, yeah. Dude, I hope you feel better, man. You told me about that last time. Oh man, I got marker all over me. Yeah, you told me about that when you called me last. Oh man, you rest up. You know, no rush. I'm glad you're up and about. You're probably watching this in bed, but you know, you're still up and about. It's not like you're comatose or anything, you know. probably got you on some sweet pain meds though. Now you can kind of relax. And I appreciate you coming on, and even when you're not feeling well, man, you gotta recover quickly. Once I get everything off of the old computer, I plan to do like a speed version of the squirrel that we did live on stream. Right now I have a new computer set up and just had to put Windows 10 on it, and it has been a pain. My microphone doesn't work on it, so now it's just getting all the art off of it, off the old one. How's the family doing? Have they been worried? Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for coming on, brother. Let me know when you feel better. Now when I do this video, I'm gonna have to put on a Donatello mask. Because what I've been trying to do in the new videos is I've been trying to do like an intro to the video. Just so it's not just like, hey, it's Otero Studios just has a new speed drawing out, whoop-de-doo. Alright. So now, and
hey, it's Cautious Clay. Check out my song Crown in the new YouTube Music app.
this kind of works both ways because it kind of looks like either it could be the Turtles or the Foot Clan, but you know, this guy back here definitely looks like a human. Does not look like a turtle. Alright, so now signature is going to go here. Very tiny. Boom. Alright, let's zoom out.